Hi there, I'm Helen Jotoshi Russo. Welcome to this course on hair grab defenses. These are primarily scenarios for women, but of course they will work for men as well. We're going to be dealing with rear hair grabs, front hair grabs, side grabs, and even a couple of grab scenarios from the ground. So let's get started. This is my training partner, Mr. Brody Mahon. He is our chief instructor here down in Tampa, Florida. The first scenario that we were going to be working on is rear hair grabs. Grabbing hair from the rear. The primary focus or technique is going to be a technique called takeori, which means breaking the bamboo. Bamboo doesn't snap like a twig, so you have to twist and grind to break it. So that is what we're going to be doing, applying this technique and positioning your attacker's wrist in this position, resulting in severe pain and structural damage maybe, and at the very least he will let go and you can get away. Please go slowly, as you can see how immediately effective this technique is. Let's begin with a basic grab from behind. So Mr. Mahon's going to grab my hair from behind. The first thing I need to do is secure the hands, just so. I am then going to bend my knees and rotate toward him. You might be tempted to run in this direction, but you can see how it's easy for the attacker to pull you. So I bend my knees, rotate under the arm, and begin to stand up. There. I can't go any further than that because it would hurt Mr. Mahon, but let's look at it again. I get grabbed from behind. I pin the hands, rotate, and get under the Mahon. So, one more time. From here, pin, under the arm, rotate, there we go. Let's take a look at this one more time, but slowly, so I can emphasize this piece. As I'm being grabbed, I am going to move forward, dragging my attacker. You see how I dragged him there. As I do that, I am going to immediately rotate back. Take one more look at it. How do I know which hand he's grabbing with? And what if I move the wrong way? That's a great question. So I am going to answer that in a few different ways for you. I'd like to invite you to work on this drill, and I think you'll actually be pleasantly surprised at how easy it is to determine which hand your attacker is grabbing with. So work carefully with your partner. So I am going to turn away. Mr. Mahon is either going to grab me with the right or the left hand, and I'm going to raise my hand to show that I know which side he is grabbing with. Try this for yourself. It's very comforting to know that your instincts will work for you without you really having to think too hard about it. The second answer to the question is, as your partner is grabbing your hair and you're pinning it to you, use your legs to get low and you'll be able to see out of your peripheral vision where the attacker is, so you can turn towards the attacker. You want to make sure you're turning toward the attacker and not trying to run away, because that is not going to work for you. So one more time. He's grabbing. As I bend, I can see out of my vision, my peripheral vision, and go underneath using my legs. This is important. Get low, use your legs as you're pinning this towards you, so you can get under that arm and make this really effective technique work. I'd like to take a moment to address uke skills. Now, an uke is your training partner, and a training partner is somebody who is here to help you create a realistic attack so you can do a realistic defense. Here's a couple of examples of maybe a bad attack. So a very lifeless attack would be sort of, there's no energy, I'm stuck here thinking, okay, what am I defending against? So as I try to do this, there's nothing nothing to work with. Another one, as we mentioned, might be somebody locking up so rigidly and tight that they really aren't attacking you, they're just shutting you down. So again, I'm like, I can't get under there. So those are examples of bad attacks. So a realistic attack is somebody who's really trying to create the attack in a slow manner, but with intensity, so you can do your technique appropriately. So as we practiced earlier, attack is gonna push me so I can pull them into the attack, or pull me so I can go into it. There's motion, there's movement, you can work with it. The next scenario would be, what if they've grabbed you by your hair and your arm at the same time, which would shut you down from doing what we were doing earlier. So if Mr. Mahon's grabbing me, I can't get under. So from here, what I would do, I would just pin my hand, rotate, and just so there's a lot going on there. So initially, I grab for the hand and rotate and come up behind the arm. That will take his balance. So from here, take his balance forward. As he comes forward, I rotate back in, palm strike, and then go for this leg trap takedown. So let's go over this in a little more detail. So as I'm being grabbed, I'm taking a step forward. At the same time, I'm rotating my body towards him, my arm up behind his elbow, rotating on his balance line so his body comes forward. I'm going to use that momentum to then go back in for a cross palm strike. So here, there, and immediately rotate back in for that cross palm strike, and following up with this leg trap. If you want more details on the leg trap, Santoshi has a course on ninja self-defense called Deceptive Takedowns, and he goes into detail on that leg trap. So I won't go into details on that here. So again, let's do it one more time. I'm being grabbed. Step away, rotate behind his arm on his balance line, back in for that cross palm, and take my partner down. I rotate here. So I put my hair back in a ponytail for this scenario because we're going to deal with an actual ponytail grab. So the attack is grabbing back here and not against my head like in the first scenario we did. So that's going to be different. So as the attacker grabs me and pulls me, again, go with the energy that you're being given. Don't resist and try to run away. You'll be pulled off your feet. So go with it. I'm pinning, even though it's a little different, I'm going to rotate and hit my partner's sternum with my elbow. That's likely to happen. He's pulling me into this. And then immediately, shuto, hammer fist or forearm into the neck, and then move in for that leg trap. So let's just put the whole thing together. I'm being grabbed. I rotate, I hammer fist, I leg trap. Let's do it one more time. So we're going slowly. Here it is, being pulled. I'm going back with it. Rotate, hammer fist, leg trap. I just wanted to make a comment about this leg trap. I'm a great fan of the leg trap. It gets somebody down very quickly. So as I take Mr. Mahon down, I'm going to take him down here. You're probably going to want to keep running, so just do that and kick them on the way out. We'll go slowly so you can see. Step in, get my leg trap, and from here, just scrape across the face and keep running. Again, if you want more details on that leg trap, which again is an excellent technique, look at the course, Deceptive Takedowns by Santoshi Russo.